Maryland primary election guide. 2018 voting booths are set up before Tuesday's Maryland primary election. In this 2016 WTOP file photo, WTOP, Kate Ryan, Washington, Maryland voters heading to the polls next week face potential ballot overload, as they weigh in on the governor's race, U.S. House and Senate seat contests and crowded local races in Montgomery and Prince George's counties. At the top of the ticket, several Democrats are aiming to challenge Gov. Larry Hogan, the popular Republican governor in a state where Democrats outnumber Republicans 2-1. In addition, veteran Sen. Ben Cardin faces an upstart, and 8 Democrats and 4 Republicans are vying for an open house seat in a western Maryland district that's currently the subject of a contentious Supreme Court battle over gerrymandering. Further down the ballot, voters are weighing in on House of Delegate and state Senate seats. And at the local level, voters in Montgomery County will sift through nearly 3 dozen candidates for 4 at-large seats on the county council, in addition to a closely watched 6-person contest for succeeding long-serving county executive Ike Leggett. In Prince George's County, voters will make their selections in the hard-fought race for county executive and county council seats. Here's a recap of the races on the Maryland primary ballot, plus resources for voters. WTOP will have live coverage of the results Tuesday night. Voting polls. The polls open Tuesday at 7 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. Early voting. Early voting ended Thursday. Registration. It's too late to register to vote and take part in Tuesday's general election. The last date to register or to change your party affiliation was June 5th. Want to make sure you're registered? You can check here. Polling place. You can look up your polling place on the Maryland State Board of Elections website. Your polling place may have changed since the last time you voted. Moved recently? If you moved more than 3 weeks ago, go to the polling place for your new address. At your new polling place, you will be asked to vote using a provisional ballot, but as long as you complete and sign the provisional ballot application, your vote will count, the Board of Elections said. If you moved less than 3 weeks ago, you can still vote at your old polling place or vote provisionally at your new polling place. What's on the ballot? Find a sample ballot for your county and precinct here. Not sure of your precinct? You can find it by using the voter lookup tool on the Maryland State Board of Elections website. Absentee voting. Any Maryland voter can vote using an absentee ballot. However, the deadline to request an absentee ballot varies depending on whether you want to receive your ballot via the mail or online. If you wanted to receive a ballot in the mail, the deadline was June 19th. If you want to download a blank ballot online, the deadline is June 22nd. You also have 2 ways to return your completed ballot. If you mail your completed ballot back in, the envelope must be postmarked by June 26th. If you hand-deliver your ballot, you must turn it into your local Board of Election by 8 p.m. on June 26th. Look up your local Board of Election here. Where to find results. WTOP will have live results as they come in Tuesday night. Tune in on air and online. On the ballot, Democrats compete to take on Larry Hogan in a state where Democrats outnumber Republicans by 2-1. Voters will confront a crowded ballot of potential Democratic challengers to take on popular Republican Gov. Larry Hogan. Read more about the candidates vying for the Democratic nomination to challenge Hogan in the fall. Crowded field of candidates seek Democratic nomination for governor U.S. House and Senate races. Veteran Sen. Ben Cardin faces 7 Democratic challengers, including Chelsea Manning. 11 Republicans are running for their party's nomination in the Senate contest. In Maryland's 6th District, which extends from the D.C. suburbs to the western border of the state with Pennsylvania, 8 Democrats and 4 Republicans are vying for an open house seat. The district is the subject of a contentious legal battle over gerrymandering. In the 1st District, half a dozen Democrats are vying to take on Maryland's lone congressional Republican, Andy Harris, in the fall. Read more about the competitive House and Senate races on the ballot here. 2018 MD Primary Guide, U.S. House, Senate races, House of Delegates and State Senate races. Things get even more crowded further down ballot. There are races in all 47 state Senate and House of Delegates districts, although several incumbents are running unopposed. Still, there's a fair amount of turnover this year. More than 24 Maryland delegates have announced they're stepping down this year, leaving competition for open seats. That equates to about 20% turnover in Maryland's lower house. See the races in the WTOP area and what to watch for here. 2018 MD Primary Guide, House of Delegates, State Senate races to watch. Montgomery County Executive and Council. Montgomery County Executive Isaiah Ike Leggett, who has been in office for 12 years, cannot run again because of term limits, and voters in the heavily Democratic county will weigh in Tuesday on his successor. There are 6 Democrats vying for the post. In addition, voters will choose candidates for 4 at-large seats on the Montgomery County Council, from an extremely crowded field of 38 candidates. Of those, 33 are Democrats, 4 are Republicans, and 1 is an independent. Voters receive ballots based on their party affiliation. All 5 county council seats based on district are also on the ballot. Incumbents are running in each of those districts except in the 1st District, along the county's western edge, where current councilmember Roger Berliner is term limited. Berliner is running for county executive. Read more about the competitive races in Montgomery County. 2018 MD Primary Guide, Cheat Sheet to Montgomery Co-Exec County Council races. Prince George's County voters in Prince George's County are also choosing a new chief executive for the county. Current county executive Rushorn Baker, who's making a bid for the Democratic nomination for governor, is not seeking re-election. A total of 10 candidates are jockeying for his seat. Read more about the race for Prince George's County executive here. Also on the ballot are several candidates for 2 at-large county council seats. Read more here. Other races. There are also primary races in other Maryland counties across the WTOP listening area. Calvert County. In Calvert County, there are competitive races for Board of Commissioners seats. Republican at-large Commissioner Tom Hedgel is running for re-election, as is at-large Commissioner Steve Weems. Face challenges in the Republican primary from Patrick Flaherty, Earl Buddy Hance, Bill Heine. Voters will pick 2 candidates. Commissioner Mike Hart, who represents District 1, faces a challenge from Ahmad Emil Dides in the Republican primary. 4 Republican candidates are running to represent District 2 on the Board of Commissioners. Mark Arness, David A. Gatton, Bruce Hankelman, Thomas E. Tim Hutchins. Kelly D. McConkey is running unopposed in the Republican primary to fill the seat held by Evan K. Sal Uffenhaupt Jr., who's stepping down after 3 terms. On the Democratic side, 4 Democrats are vying for 2 at-large seats. They are Matt Bennett, Greg Brown, Joe Johnson, Dwayne P. Rager. In District 1, there are 2 Democratic candidates, Theodore Ted Haney, Tricia V. Powell voters will pick one candidate. Candidates Susie Hance Wells and Holly Hines Budd are both running unopposed in the Democratic primary for county commissioner seats in Districts 2 and 3, respectively. See sample ballots for Calvert County. Frederick County County Executive Jan Gardner is running unopposed in the Democratic primary. She's running for a second term. 3 Republicans are vying to challenge her in the general election. They are Kathy F. Zolli, Kirby Delacher, Regina M. Williams. See sample ballots for Frederick County. Howard County. In Howard County, Executive Alan Kittleman is running unopposed in the Republican primary for a second term. 2 Democrats are running for their party's nomination to challenge Kittleman in the fall. They are Calvin Ball, Harry Dunbar. See sample ballots for Howard County. More Maryland Election News 2018 MD. Primary Guide, crowded field of candidates seek Democratic nomination for Governor 2018 MD. Primary Guide, U.S. House, Senate races 2018 MD. Primary Guide, House of Delegates, State Senate races to watch 2018 MD. Primary Guide, 10 candidates jockey for Prince George's County Executive Seat 2018 MD. Primary Guide, cheat sheet to Montgomery Co. Exec, County Council races like WTOP on Facebook and follow at Top on Twitter to engage in conversation about this article and others. Copyright 2018 WTOP. All rights reserved. This website is not intended for users located within the European Economic Area. Related Stories 2018 MD. Primary Guide, crowded field of candidates seek Democratic nomination for Governor. Local Politics and Elections News 2018 MD. Primary Guide, U.S. House, Senate races. Local Politics and Elections News 2018 MD. Primary Guide, House of Delegates, State Senate races to watch. Local Politics and Elections News 2018 MD. Primary Guide, cheat sheet to Montgomery Co. Exec, County Council races. Local Politics and Elections News 2018 MD. Primary Guide, 10 candidates jockey for Prince George's County Executive Seat. Local Politics and Elections News.